Our theme for today as we discuss the discipline of celebration is the joy of the Lord. And I'm going to be reading to you a passage from 2 Samuel chapter 6. And this is part of the story of when King David brings the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, that Ark of the Covenant, if you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark with Harrison Ford many years ago, that terrific film. He's bringing the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem. And this is what we hear beginning in verse 12. It was told King David, "The Lord has blessed the household of Obed-Edom and all that belongs to him because of the ark of God." So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of Obed-Edom to the city of David with rejoicing. And when those who bore the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed an ox and a fatling. David danced before the Lord with all his might. David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. As the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, daughter of Saul, looked out of the window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. They brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in its place, inside the tent that David had pitched for it, and David offered burnt offerings and offerings of well-being before the Lord. When David had finished offering the burnt offerings and the offering of well-being, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts, and distributed food among all the people, the whole multitude of Israel, both men and women, to each a cake of bread, a portion of meat, and a cake of raisins. Then all the people went back to their homes. Well, this is quite a scene, if you can picture it. A crowd of people, David dancing, not wearing much in terms of clothes, dancing and leaping before the ark of the Lord, animals being sacrificed, the sound of a trumpet playing, and you know how loud trumpets are, shouting among the people. You need to know that that daughter of Saul, Michal, who looked out and despised David, this was not just some general woman. This was his spouse, and she was not pleased and thought David was making a spectacle of himself. And sometimes when people get very exuberant in the joy of the Lord, other people can find it a bit much, like Michal, and it can be a turnoff to them. But God seems to bless David's exuberant, joyful thanks and worship. And once again, we see that there are instruments, there's praise and shouts, there's dancing, and like good Baptists, there's also food at the end and enough for everyone. I pray that the joy of the Lord will be your strength today.